Hey, what's up you guys? It's Emily. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So recently I took a poll on Instagram, which by the way, if you're not following me on there, make sure to do that because I ask so many questions about what you guys want to see next. I'll have my handles in the beginning of the video. But so I took a poll asking whether you guys would like to see a story time or if you guys would like to see a cheap Zara dupes, which by the way, try to say that 3 times fast because I have not been able to say it this whole video. But so anyways, long story short, story time 1. So I have a special story that is so just near and dear to my heart. It was actually my second video ever posted on this channel, which has now been privated. I made that video like 2 years ago. I feel like nobody's seen it. If you have seen it, because I posted it when I had like 6 subscribers, you're an OG subscriber. So, but I highly doubt nobody has seen it. That's why I'm gonna remake it, because I feel like I was still nervous in front of the camera. I didn't do it justice. So my story is gonna be about my worst retail experience working in retail for 6.5 years. This was the worst experience ever. And I'm just gonna go into detail about everything. So let's just get started. Okay, so what makes this the worst is that it was my first day at work. Yes, I didn't even know the basics yet. I was so incredibly shy when I was younger. I would not talk to you if you didn't talk to me first. I wouldn't even look in your direction. I was just so like sheltered and little and innocent, and I could not do anything. So my biggest fear when getting the job was going to be answering the phone. That was something that terrified me, and I knew eventually I was gonna have to do it, but I didn't think it was gonna be on my first day. And you have a spiel you have to say. I'm not gonna say it, but I had a spiel I had to say before I would say. It was just like, oh, it's a great day at, and then like you just go on to say this whole thing, and like it was hard to remember, and I felt nervous, and I was nervous already as it is because it's my first day at work. So what they did was they paired me up with this really nice lady. She was one of my managers, and she kind of just taught me the ropes, how to do this, how to do that, whatever you would need to know on your first day of work. So everything's going smoothly. I like all my coworkers, and I loved my coworkers. 6.5 years at a place, and the worst experience happened on my first day. That is incredible. But no, really, I've made so many great bonds with my coworkers and the regulars at where I worked. I don't want it to come off like I feel like this was a horrible job. It was an amazing job. I just had this one little incident. So probably wondering what could have been so bad. Well, first of all, the phone rang and they said, Emily, why don't you go pick it up and try to learn how to talk on the phone? And I was just not happy, but I knew how to do it, and I knew how to suck it up. And I know this seems so minuscule, but like when you have really bad anxiety, this is such an easy task, seems so undoable. So I go over to the phone, I pick it up, I give this spiel. I'm proud of myself because the spiel came out okay. Like the, hey, welcome, thanks for calling, and then like your whole little thing. But then this lady answers. She seems nice at first. Seemed middle-aged woman, nice, had a nice tone to her. She picked up the phone and she said, I'm looking for this luggage. And I said, easy enough. Can you tell me a little bit about it, the brand, how big it was, any details? She said, yes, it was and then she gave me, I don't remember how big it was. It was white, and it had like Paris, London, you know, like that little logo thing with all the major cities. I said, oh, okay, sure. So I walk over, little 16-year-old Emily walks over, and I'm looking through the luggage, you know, and our luggage section is only so big. It's one wall of the store, so like not even one full wall, like 1/4 of a wall, so it's not really big. So I'm looking, and I can't find it. But you know what? I want to make sure the customer has the best experience they can, and if I can't find it, maybe one of my coworkers can. So I asked the lady from the jewelry counter, hey, I'm sorry, this is like my first day. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it. Can you help me come find this luggage for this lady? I didn't see it, but I want to see if you can find it just in case. She said, absolutely, no big deal. So I'm like, thank you. So she's walking over, she's helping me, she's like, no, it's not here. And things where I used to work sold so fast. Like if you didn't pick it up, it was gone within an hour. I mean, the traffic in that place was crazy. So I get back on the phone, and the jewelry lady who helped me look for the luggage was nice enough to be like, do you want to use the phone in here? Like, you can use the phone, and if you have any questions, I could help you. Just so nice. And I said, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, this is turning out easier than I thought. You know, you have this big fear. I'm doing my biggest fear at the moment, and it's turning out great. What could go wrong? So I pick up the phone in front of the lady, and the lady's just standing there like supporting me, and I say, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I couldn't find it. I even had my other coworker come help me. It must have sold. I'm really sorry. If you want to call back in a couple days, sometimes we get new shipments and it might be in there. You never know what we're gonna get. We're one of those stores. And it's just a little pause, just a little pause, and she goes, what's your name? And that's kind of when I knew I messed up. I say, my name's Emily. And she said, Emily what? And I just kind of paused, and she said, well, Emily, if I come in the store and I find that luggage, you're done. And I thought this was a sick joke. I said, what the hell is this? And she goes off. She's yelling at me, telling me that if she comes down here, she finds this, it's over. I'm done. I'm fired. She knows it's here. But if you know it's here, then why don't you come get it? That's what I gotta say. And 6 years later in retail, I would just be like, all right. But I really thought she was gonna come down here and get me fired. So I'm freaking out, and I'm like about to cry. And the lady in the jewelry sees something's wrong, and when I hang up with the lady, I said, are we sure it wasn't here? And she said, yeah, like, it's not here. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes they sell. I said, no, because she said she gonna come down here and she gonna fire me herself. I mean, she ain't the manager, but she gonna fire me. And the lady was like, oh my gosh, like, don't even worry about it. It's not here. The managers here are so nice, and nothing's gonna happen. It's totally fine. So I don't care. You could have told me anything. I was not gonna be there when that lady came. I had like 3 more hours of my shift. Do you know where I spent the rest of my shift? In the back room, because I wasn't gonna be, you weren't gonna catch me. You weren't gonna catch me. I could not believe she threatened to fire me. I was literally 1 day in. If I would have came home and told my parents I got fired because I couldn't find a luggage bag, I mean, come on. It is never that deep. A luggage bag, getting somebody fired over a luggage bag. That's not it. Like, it ain't it. But that is still, to this day, I laugh all the time, because I thought, I cannot believe this is my first day and I just got threatened. And can you believe the next 6.5 years, I didn't get threatened one more time. Nobody really did anything crazy to me or anything. That was the worst call. I don't know if she ever came in to look for it. Nobody ever told me. They were probably like, don't tell her anything because she's not gonna come back tomorrow. But as far as I know, she never came in to look for it. And I just don't be that person. Just people in retail, they're usually part-time job. Just it's never that deep, you know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are in retail, share a retail horror story with me down in the comments. It's not that I enjoy them, but I know everybody has them, and I just like hearing other people's experiences, because I know retail can be a little wild sometimes. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to get that Zara cheap dupes up later this week, if not early next week. And yeah, so I love you guys so much. I really had a fun time making this video for you guys. I hope you had a fun time watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, love you.